more so than any other week.
We knew that if we were below the yellow line, potentially one of us would have to go home and one would get to stay, so it was even more daunting.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Hayley.
Welcome to today's weigh-in. This is a day that you've worked towards all week, and the moment of truth has arrived. Dana and Caitlin, you have immunity, which means you are safe for another week.
Even though Dana and I have immunity and we're safe, I still want to get a good result. I'm here to lose weight.
Wayne, for the second week in a row, you'll face the scales alone. Once again, your individual weight loss will go up against the other couples. You pulled a great result last week and survived, but can you do it again?
I'm extremely nervous about weighing in. I don't know whether I've done as much as I've done in previous weeks. This week being that third week, I'm a little bit concerned that I may not make the yellow line.
Wayne, should you survive today's weigh-in, you will gain a new partner. And it will be a member from the couple that's next eliminated. But the only way to avoid facing this dilemma is to stay above the yellow line.
Being above the yellow line is all that matters. You know, that is what guarantees you another week.
Contestants, it's time to weigh in. The first couple to weigh in today will be Dana and Caitlin.
I was happy that Caitlin and I were called up first onto the scales just to get it over and done with and see how much weight I had lost. Walking up, I knew that I'd worked out as much as I could and I had no regrets, so I was looking forward to a good number.
Caitlin, your previous weight was 158.6 kilos. Dana, you weighed 92.8 kilos. Your current weight is... Together, you've lost a total of 8.8 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.5%. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dana, 3.7 kilo loss. How are you feeling?
I haven't been under 90 for probably since I was in year 10 or when I was 16, so it's such a great feeling to be under 90 and in the 80s.
Dana, this week at Temptation you ate over 4,000 calories. Why do you think you went to such lengths to win immunity?
I just felt so desperate to keep Caitlin here as long as possible because she's got so much weight to lose still, and I just don't want her going home feeling like she hasn't achieved anything here. And I wasn't tempted by the food, I was tempted by having immunity and staying here another week.
I'd do the same thing for her, so I was definitely happy with Dana taking Temptation, but I was just hoping that we could stay above the yellow line even if we do have immunity.
If you are going to take Temptation, you need to be dedicated to working it off in order to make immunity worthwhile. And I feel like I did do that, and I was committed to working it off no matter how much I ate.
In the 80s.
It's freezing, yeah.
Next couple to hop up onto the scales, Phil and David.
I really feel that I've put in again this week with my exercise. I'm hoping to again have lost around about the 6 kilo mark.
A little bit nervous, but still quietly confident that I've done enough to help the team keep above the yellow line.
Phil, last week you weighed 129.3 kilos. David, you weighed 141.5 kilos. Your current weight is...
Good. It's good. Good, big fella.
Phil and David, together you've lost a total of 13.5 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 4.99%. Well done, guys. That's a great result. How do you feel?
As you know, we've been through a pretty tough week here. We got a midnight raid and ambush from the commando.
Get your ass back in the line.
And then having our chef have to go home because of medical reasons was pretty tough. So I think in times like these, Hayley, it might be time for a bit of a song. You know,
Are you going to sing?
yeah, just a little song.
I was joking, but please go on.
You know, I'd like to dedicate this to all our wives and loved ones at home. Righto.
Go for it.
Baby, baby, baby,
Baby!
baby, you've lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just felt it was a good time to throw in a song and try and cheer everyone up, and it just worked out perfect.
I was extremely happy for Phil and Dave this week because they try so hard, and to see the results on the scales, brilliant.
Next couple to face the scales, Rick and Joe.
Me and Rick are very competitive between each other. We've always been like that. I had to get him. He's got me last 2 weigh-ins, and I thought, hopefully I can beat Rick.
Rick, last week you weighed 149.6 kilos. Joe, you weighed 161.2 kilos. Your current weight is?
I'm pretty sure I'll probably see about a 6 or a 6.5, and Joe's going to get about the same as me, I think.
I looked over and looked at Rick's scales, and his was 6'7". It was me 1 week I could near beat him, and I had to come exact same as him.
Rick and Joe, together, you've lost a total of 13.4 kilos.
Good.
That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 4.31% and moves you into second place. Joe, how do you feel about losing exactly the same amount of weight as your brother?
Shattered, Hayley. This was me week. This was me week to get him. And I come close. I don't think get any closer.
I hope Joe will beat Rick eventually. I know that he works really hard every week to even get that 0.1 up on Rick, and I think that that competitive nature is really good within their couple and also within our training group because it motivates everyone to do as best as they can.
Next couple to weigh in, Lisa and Jana.
Yay. I have no regrets this week. My diet's been perfect and I've given everything in training sessions.
Lisa, last week you weighed 108.4 kilos. Jana, you weighed 106.9 kilos. Your current weight is?
Last week I got 3.4 and I wanted at least that this week.
Lisa, last week you weighed 108.4 kilos. Jana, you weighed 106.9 kilos. Your current weight is?
Last week I got 3.4 and I wanted at least that this week.
Lisa and Jana, together you've lost a total of 7.7 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.58% and it moves you into third place. Well done, girls. Jana, 3.6 kilos. You must be feeling great about that.
I wanted at least the 3.4 that I got last week, so really happy with 3.6.
How do you think your mum would feel knowing how much weight you've lost so far?
She'd be wrapped. My dad would be doing cartwheels if he actually could. Yeah, they'd be really proud of me. The letter that I got from Mum and Dad this week said that that there was nothing that I could do that would ever, you know, not make them proud of me. And I know that. You know, I've had a really successful and happy life and I know that they're proud. But that's your job as a child, is to do everything you can for your parents to be proud of you. And that's really important.
When I walk out of Camp Biggest Loser, I want to walk out with a smile on my face. I want to know that I worked hard and that I've made myself proud and that I've made my friends and family proud.
Next to weigh in will be Wayne. Wayne, this is the second week in a row that you'll be weighing in alone. You pulled a big number last week. Do you think you can do it again?
I certainly haven't put the kilometres in that I did last week. It's just going to be a matter of whether it's my week to lose a big number or maybe my week to be underneath. I laid the red shirt down on Jeff's side because I just felt a bit of a tribute to him that this is the first time he wasn't going to be there with me.
Wayne, your previous weight was 139.5 kilos. Your current weight is... 130.3 kilos. That's a loss of 9.2 kilos. Wayne, that's a total weight loss percentage of 6.59%, and it puts you into first place. Great job.
It was just a great result. I've never felt that way before. I knew I was well on top. And yeah, I was looking forward to seeing where I was going to finish.
Jeff made a huge sacrifice for you. He's a good mate, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a real good old mate. And if he could watch this now, I mean, he'd be through the roof. I mean, you know, I'm just ecstatic for the number. I'm just over the moon. I couldn't be any happier. Going into this competition with a new partner, it's going to be a bit different, but I'll just take it as it is and take it every day as a bonus and see how the results go.
Knowing Caitlin and Dana had immunity and that we were just above their percentage just made me feel sick. That potentially meant that, you know, it was so close for us to be below that yellow line.
If we went under the yellow line, one would stay and one would go. For me, it's a no-brainer that Lee stays and that I go.
Next to weigh in, Elise and Tennielle.
Elise and I have both worked our hardest we've worked since we've been here, but you just never know. I haven't felt the changes, Elise hasn't felt the changes, so we're really nervous to see what kind of results we'd get, and we really didn't want to be below that yellow line and have to decide who would stay and who would go.
Elise, last week you weighed 93 kilos. Tennielle, you weighed 84.6 kilos. Your current weight is... Elise and Tennielle, together you've lost a total of 6.4 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.60% and moves you into fourth place. Congratulations, girls. Elise, 2.9 kilos. How do you feel?
It's a loss, but to be honest, this week I think I've worked harder than any other week, but mentally I just haven't been there this week.
Why has it been so hard for you this week?
I always compare myself to others, and people tried on clothes the other day and they're also like... like I've lost a lot of weight while being here, but like, you know, I just can't see it yet, and so... No, I just want some sort of positive feedback for myself and I haven't got it yet, so... When I look in the mirror and see myself, it doesn't reflect the young person that I am. I sort of feel like I've aged before my time. Don't look after myself, and being so caring towards others, I sort of am angry at myself that I'm not caring towards myself.
Elise, the reality is you've lost over 14 kilos. That's an amazing result.
I can definitely see the changes in Elise. I think she's too harsh on herself. Eventually she will be able to look in that mirror and see something that she likes. And when she does, I think she'll be a lot happier.
It's time to weigh in, Jenny and Phoebe. To stay above the yellow line and guarantee yourselves another week in the competition, you need to lose at least 8 kilos.
I'm most worried this week about falling below the line, just because it's potentially leaving your partner behind to to stay on or leaving them here to go home by yourself. And neither of those options are very attractive.
Phoebe, last week you weighed 104.6 kilos. Jenny, you weighed 117 kilos. Your current weight is... Jenny and Phoebe, to stay above the yellow line and guarantee yourselves another week in the competition, you need to lose at least 8 kilos.
I had no doubt in my mind that Jenny and Phoebe could lose the 8 kilos required, which would put Lisa and I below the yellow line.
Phoebe, last week you weighed 104.6 kilos. Jenny, you weighed 117 kilos. Your current weight is... Phoebe and Jenny, together you've lost a total of 7.1 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.20%. You are now below the yellow line and will be facing elimination. Phoebe, 3.4 kilos, what's going through your mind?
I'm happy with 3.4. I want to be able to feel as good as the people who can do it every week and get above the line.
Are you ready to go home yet?
I just feel really unfinished. Like, not complete yet.
I want to stay another week. Just to better myself. I just want to be above that line.
If it comes down to it, how hard will the decision be to decide who goes home?
It's going to be a really hard decision.
I came here with Jenny and she's the one that's been supportive of me through this whole experience, so, you know, I don't even know if I could do it alone.
There's just one more couple left to weigh in, Chris and Shannon. Chris and Shannon, as you know, Caitlin and Dana have immunity. So you have to beat Lisa and Jana to guarantee yourselves another week in the competition. And to do that, you need to lose at least 11.2 kilos.
When Shannon and Chris had to lose 11.2 kilos to push us under, convinced they could do it. Shannon has worked super hard this week, as has Chris.
I was feeling pretty nervous but confident. I was just excited to get on the scales and show everyone how much my hard work has paid off. We needed to lose 11.2 kilos and I thought we had it.
Chris, last week you weighed 116.6 kilos. Shannon, you weighed 193.7 kilos. Your current weight is...
I did the sums and realised we missed it by that much. We're below the yellow line.
Chris and Shannon, together, you've lost a total of 10.8 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.48%. You are now below the yellow line and will be facing elimination alongside Phoebe and Jenny.
It's our second week in a row under this yellow line. Now it's going to be up to everybody else whether they vote for myself and Chris or Jenny and Phoebe, and then it's going to be up to us whether or not I go or Chris goes.
Shannon and Chris, if you're to be eliminated, you face a very tough decision on who stays and becomes Wayne's new partner and who goes home.
It just annoys me that people assume that I'm going to be the person that stays here. You know, yeah, I need to lose weight. So does Chris. he deserves to be here just as much as I do.
The whole reason we started this